Shalom. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Shimei Hawashai, by Shimon Kakwadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us this truth. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful like Akim, teaching and preaching this truth with all righteousness and sincerity. This is Akim Wasap, the branch of GMSLA. And today's lesson is entitled, Don't Let These Women Fool You, Bro. And Lord willing, you be edified through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, which are the true names of the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son in the Paleo Hebrew. And as always, the sit downs, the lessons, the street speaking, is for the remnant, the elect, the Israel, or the Most High, to use the gospel preached. So this lesson is inspired by a video that our elder Apostle Tahar posted, which is entitled Isaiah 4:1, 7 women to 1 man is at the door. All right. Now it is prophesied that, it's going to be women trying to pair up with a man of the Lord. Right. But when you examine the climate of the world, the economy, these different events that's been happening where, women been getting judged, it's a lot of reproach on women right now. So they're going to be looking for a hedge of protection. All right. But with balance, a lot of these women that, men is going to be coming across, they have an agenda, so, I just want to push the vibration of, don't be getting fooled by these women. They all going to come with sad stories. They all going to come with, you know, these situations that make it seem like they're innocent, all for you to come and save them. So, we just want to push the vibration of, examine these women. All right. So, and I've been noticing a lot of women just been, it's just the demeanor on women has changed. All right. They like Elder Apostle R said in the street speaking, they getting thirsty now. They want men to speak to them. They want to get, in relationships. They want, a companion. All right. But since this economy is failing, shit, they're gonna be willing to put up with anything that you dish out. So um let me see something real quick. I'm gonna try to be, through the spirit balance as possible in these lessons. So you have this video here. One of the worst mistakes I ever made was from Financial Coffee Channel, which is the video that Elder Apostle Tahar was showing on his video, right? Now, the title is Many Women Are Getting Evicted Because Their Rent is Way Too High. So, women can't run a program, their lifestyle, they can't sustain it anymore with this economy failing. So they're going to be trying to go back to the old ways, getting up under a man. But don't be fooled, all right? Now, when you go to the comments, it says, cannot afford rent, but can afford makeup. They getting evicted because they don't pay their bills. They call men bums for this. So, women are getting exposed, all right? This whole manosphere, them talking about women and all this, different gender roles, really has put a spotlight on women behavior. And a lot of men is, throwing their hands up and said, shit, to hell with these women. All right. Every time you're looking at your phone, there's some type of breaking news on some woman being dragged, thrown on a freeway or beat up or something like that along those lines. So men is, didn't had enough with these women. All right. Says your hair and nails done, but you can't pay rent. See, you got to be looking at these things. Wait a minute, how's your hair and nails done, but you getting evicted? So you got to start examining these women that you deal with. All right. It says, yep, you didn't need a man, remember? So, they talking points is backfiring on them. All right. Now let's go ahead and get some precepts. We're going to start here in Ecclesiastes 7. This is written by King Solomon, which he was the son of David. All right. And the Lord blessed him with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And here in the 26th verse, it says, I find more better than death the woman whose heart or her mind, which heart goes back to the Hebrew word lab, which is your mind, it snares and nets. So, a woman's mind is full of games. All right, things to trap you up, to finesse you, tell you things that make you feel good, all to get you wrapped up in their hands is as bands. All right, they trap you up with those different mental games. All right, those um manipulative, ways. It says, "Whoso pleases the Most High, a man of the Lord, right, shall escape from her." So if you are with a woman right now that's full of, games, manipulation, you know, um, all these different traps that they lay with their feminine wiles, the Lord will make a way for you to get up out of that. All right, whether she got your kids or not, you know. It says, "Whoso pleases the Most High shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her." Or evil, wicked nigga is going to be taken by her. All right, that woman is going to be used to destroy that man. Now, when you go into this word escape here, which this is the Blue Letter Bible, which allows you to go into the languages that the Bible was translated from to get a deeper understanding on what's written. Now, the blue letter does go off, so you do have to eat the meat and spit out the bones, which means you have to spiritually discern it. So now when you go into this word snares, no, escape, Salakia. Whoso pleases the Most High shall escape. When you go into this word escape here, it goes back to the Hebrew word malat. That's the ma, the la, the ta character, pronounced malat. So as you see here on the outline of biblical uses, it says to slip away, to escape, deliver, save. Lord to save you from a bitch. All right, deliver you from a woman. Make a way for you to get up out of that relationship. All right, put the spirit on you to let that to let her alone, leave her alone. But as you're going through the separation from that woman, whether she got your kids or not, or y'all been together for so long, but if she's causing problems and hindering you from following after Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and keeping you from being upright, something will happen in that relationship to where you'll be either forced to let that woman alone. She may commit adultery. You might find out she's dealing with other dudes. You look in her phone. You might find out she's a lesbian. The whole song and dance with these women. The Lord will put that spirit for you to leave her alone, give you a spirit to change your heart towards that woman. All right. It says, "Whoso pleases the Most High shall escape." So the Lord will make a way for you to get out of that relationship. But the sinner, an evil, wicked nigga, shall be taken by her. When you go into this word taken, goes back to the Hebrew word lakad. That's the la, the ka, the da, lakad. Now, the best entry is to be caught up. An evil, wicked nigga is going to be caught up with that woman. All right, we seen it all the time. These guys get caught committing in the act of adultery, get caught up with being with a woman in the car. You find out all these, situations where men is dealing with these women and they get put in dangerous situations where they can get their lives taken, But if you're a wicked dude dealing with a woman that's full of snares and nets and manipulation and games and, just a bugged out woman, the Lord will put the spirit on you to stick together with that woman, right? The Lord won't make an escape for you. Put the spirit on you to be madly in love with this woman, and you can't let this damn demon go. So when we read it from the top, it says, "I find more bitter than death the woman." There's things that's worse than dying. You dealing with a woman that's, as it says here, whose heart is snares and nets, in her hands is bands. She playing games. All right. She don't really love you. She don't really want a relationship with you. She not want to deal with you. And like I was saying, with this economy, felon, reports is coming out. Women are getting evicted. They can't afford their lifestyle. They can't afford the car notes, all these different things that added to their lifestyle is becoming very expensive. So they're going to be using their feminine wiles, their mind, which is full of snares and nets, in their hand, or their power as bands. A band is something that wrap you up. The makeup, the lashes, the body, you know, being fake submissive. They're going to be using all them tricks to get a man. But if you please the Most High, He'll make an escape for you. He'll get you either out of that bad relationship you in, or give you the spirit to discern a woman quick so you can avoid that bitch. All right? So whose heart is snares and nets, in their hands as bands, full of games, full of deception, full of manipulation. Whoso please the Most High, man that's in the truth, shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. You don't want to be taken by an evil woman. All right? She'll put you in all type of dangerous situations. It says, behold, this have I found, saith the preacher, counting one by one to find out the account. So King Solomon, he did a census, and he had 1,000 women. It says, which yet my soul seeketh, but I find not. One man among 1,000 have I found. So he found, of 1,000 men, he found a loyal man. But a woman among all those have I found not. All right, because women, they fickle, they can change up, they can switch up. Now, we know what balance there is, righteous women. When you read Luke, the first chapter, you read about Elizabeth, you read about Mary. Those are women that the Lord was dealing with. So, you read about Susanna, all right, and Dorcas in the New Testament. Various women, Aprilla and Priscilla, which they were tent makers alongside Apostle Paul, a husband and wife, so you read about righteous women. The Lord is not unbalanced. You got a lot of wicked women, but you do have righteous women, and the Lord will be pairing brothers up with righteous women, but as it says here, but of a woman among those have I not found. All right. It says, lo, this only have I found, that the Most High hath made man upright, but they have sought out many inventions. So many wickedness, different philosophies, different ways of life. When you go into this word inventions, it goes back to the Hebrew word chashabawan. Chashabawan. That's the cha, the sha, the ba, the wa, and the na. Chashabawan. Device, invention. Right? Let's see what's this say, chashab. To think, different counsels and stuff like that. All right? Counts. Be mindful of. Cunning of men. So you got to watch men too, because every brother will utterly supplant, as it is written. Now I want to go over here to Ecclesiastes 9. Now, the scriptures really shine a light on women. A lot of these talking points, these podcast guys be coming out with, they be on point because we can link it up right with the scripts. So the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, has been put us on in regards to these women. This is Ecclesiastes 9:1. Be not jealous over the wife of thy bosom. All right. Jealous going into, being bitter. Be not bitter over the wife of thy bosom. A woman that, you love can't be bitter. You got to deal with her according to knowledge, as it is written. And teach her not an evil lesson against thyself. All right. You don't want to show her things where she can bring it back up and throw it in your face. Now, we not perfect. We go off here and there. You know what I'm saying? So, if you do slip and fall, it is what it is. But be mindful how you handling your woman, like it say over here in Micah. Micah or Mayakah, which is similar to the name Michael, which means he is like like the Most High. He was a prophet. Here in where is it at? Yeah, here it go. Micah 7:5. Trust ye not in a friend, put ye not confidence in a God. Yeah, because the Most High is our God. All right. And this friend is talking about these niggas in the world. It says, keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom. So you're going to be mindful not to be revealing everything to your woman. All right. We live a different life than the average man. So, you know, the different things that we know that the Spirit allowed us to receive. All right. That's for you and the Akim. A lot of these things that we read and we go into in regards to the truth is for us. You know, just leave it. You ain't got to tell your woman. It's best from my experience. Don't even tell a woman, your girl, the truth. You know, just let her be. You know, but, you know, make sure you tell her you're a man of integrity. You know, you're a man of morals. There's things that you don't do. There's things that you don't stand for. You know, you push that vibration, you know. But if you tell her, you know, the truth, then, you know, that's on you. But it says, keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom. So you don't want to be telling your woman everything. And women like guys that are mysterious anyway. You know, women are natural born CSI detectors and stuff like that. So, you know, they want to find information and investigate. So if you're not giving up information, it's just going to cause them to just, you know, just want to seek after you more. But the scriptures is promoting, don't tell her everything. All right, be secretive. All right, so back in Ecclesiastes 9:2, give not thy soul unto a woman to set her foot upon thy substance. All right, don't put a woman in position where she can rule over you, you know. A lot, and like we were reading in Ecclesiastes, the 7th chapter, starting at the 26th verse, these women is programmed to be manipulative, you know, but you got to check it. You got to stay on it. All right. You might even have a woman that's coming off as cool, you know, but it's just woman nature to have snares and nets, you know. Verse 3, meet not with a harlot, least thou fall into her snares. Now, you know, bros deal with peace, you know, but you want to be wise with that too. All right. But, you know, you don't want to be falling in love with a P, if you know what I'm talking about, or a harlot. Least thou fall into her snares, because these harlots, you know, they all about money. They're all about gain. You know, them type of women, they'll bring you to nothing. This is Proverbs 6:26. For by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread. So a hoe, she'll bring you to nothing. She'll take everything you got. You know, she taking the whole loaf and leaving you a piece of bread. It says, and the adulteress will hunt for the precious life. You know, when you look at these words like hunt, you know, as a hunter going out there looking for game, he's killing shit, finessing, setting traps, deceiving. You know, these hunters, they put certain urine on them, they put the camouflage on, you know, so they know exactly what prey they need to catch. So that's how adulterous women are. They're going to hunt for the precious life. So they're going to finesse this guy, cut this guy off, tell this dude what he want to hear to make sure he's paying the cell phone bill on time. You know, this guy over here, you know, she's going to send him a couple of nude pictures to make sure, you know, he's, you know, coming through with the weekly dinner dates, you know, all in efforts to accomplish the precious life. But as you see on these videos, the lifestyle that these women has been accustomed to is crashing down. You know, a lot of simps and guys of the world, you know, they're not falling for the snares and nets that Solomon was telling us about in Ecclesiastes 7:26. You know, guys ain't approaching them no more. And women don't want guys who treat them like fans. So, you know, you always compliment a woman and, you know, always just in her face. Women don't even like that, you know. So, you know, women generally like the guys that are hard on them, press them. Not in a bad way, you find your balance, you know what I'm saying? But guys who have vision and leadership and not falling for the BS, those are the guys women go crazy over, but continuing on here in Ecclesiasticus, the 9th chapter, the 4th verse, use not much the company of a woman that is a singer. You may deal with a woman that have particular talent. She may be, a singer, a dancer, an artist and all that, And, you dealing with a woman like that and you putting her on a pedestal, you becoming a fan. She's going to lose interest, right? Least thou be taken with her attempts because she'll finesse you, right? See that you all wrapped up into her because she got this particular talent. Hey, she'll finesse you. Gaze not on a maid, that thou fall not by those things that are precious in her. You might be dealing with a beautiful woman, and you'll fall by those things that's precious. She might got a nice body, nice titties, nice ass, pretty hair, pretty smile, and you get all wrapped up. You get the ignoring, as they call it, the red flags, and then you end up falling. It says, give not thy soul unto harlots. Don't be falling in love with these peas. If you got a pea you go deal with once a week, because some brothers don't deal with the relationship. They go and deal with a pea, you there 30 minutes, an hour, whatever. Don't fall in love with them women, man. You just pop them and get on. You be like Samson. All right. Let me see. 1 Samuel. Is it? Oh no, I'm not. Is it Samuel? No, it's Judges. Judges 16:1. Then went Samson to Gaza and saw there an harlot and went in unto her. Men of the Lord dealt with peas. All right, which you should know what I'm talking about. A pea or a harlot. All right, deal with them. You get on. All right, he didn't fall in love with you. You don't read about Samson falling in love with this harlot from Gaza. He dealt with her and got on. So back in Ecclesiastes 9:6, give not thy soul unto harlots. Don't fall in love with these women, that thou lose not thine inheritance. You end up giving up everything you got for this woman, because a harlot is about gain, substance, money. Look not around about thee in the streets of the city, neither wander thou in the solitary places there. Don't be thirsty out here looking for women. The Most High, if when the time right, the Most High send you a woman. And it's the Heavenly Father through his Son that gives us, like it's saying in John, the 3rd chapter, a man can receive nothing except it be given unto him from heaven. So it's the Heavenly Father that gives you a woman. It's not because you handsome and you got game and all that. The beautiful women don't deal with, the fine guy. They deal with the guy that look rough, that look like he finna protect her, that other guys don't want to play with. It says in the 8th verse, turn away thine eye from a beautiful woman. Now, scriptures speak about, a man love a beautiful woman, but that's not the only thing that you look for. Yeah, you want a beautiful young woman, but what qualities does she have? Do she cook? Do she clean? Do she take instructions? Now, of course, whatever relationship you in, women will buck up. All right, you will have to check a woman, or rebuke her, as the scriptures say. Rebuke, reproof. You're gonna have to do that with a woman. Now, if in a relationship, you got to make sure you got to check any ill behavior. Don't just let that shit slide just because she's a beautiful woman. All right, because that can domino effect and cause other problems. So turn away thy eye from a beautiful woman and look not about and not look slacking and look not upon another's beauty, looking at other women that are dealing with other guys that are beautiful. For many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman, and herewith love is kindled a fire. Yeah, because you end up committing adultery, right? So, when you are, dealing with a woman, don't just deal with this woman because she's beautiful. Investigate this woman, put the scopeo on her, ask her questions, you know. It says, sit not at all with another man's wife. Why? Because you'll be committing adultery. Nor sit down with her in thy arms. Bro shouldn't be having, my female best friend and, she's in a relationship, but she's my friend. We don't do none of that, man. It says, and spend not thy money with her at the wine. You taking her out, for drinks. Lest thine heart incline unto her. And so through the desire that I fall into destruction. Yeah, you sitting up with a woman, you drinking, your mind gets linked with hers through conversation, eye contact, and then you end up, putting yourself in a position where you commit this adultery and you end up getting destroyed. All right, so it's just best not to deal with no woman. I don't even care if it's your cousin, leave these women alone, man. Right? So, going into this era of Isaiah 4:1, all right, you're going to have a lot of women that's going to be approaching men. They're going to be forsaking all they stances, oh, I'm not dealing with no guy that have a roster. I didn't heard it all. I'm not dealing with a guy that have a roster. I'm not dealing with a guy that have other women and all this other stuff. They finna be changing their narrative because they finna be in straits. So they going to be, oh, I don't care if you got other women, yada, yada, yada. So just understand the climate and the times that we in. We're going to end off with this in Isaiah 4:1. You really want to read the 3rd chapter, because if the latter end of Isaiah, the 3rd chapter, goes into how the Lord is taking away, the southern kingdom's women beauty and all these things that add to their beauty. And that's what's happening now. The Lord is stripping these women of all these things that made them independent, that made them beautiful, that put them on pedestals. The Lord is stripping all that away from them. And now they're going to they're entering into a time where they're experiencing a reproach, So, you do want to, I'll actually read into it. I'll start at the 24th verse in Isaiah, the 3rd chapter. Isaiah, he was a prophet, and he was on the scene during the time of the kings, all right? It says, and it shall come to pass, future prophecy, that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink. All right, so the Lord is going to turn shit around on these women. Instead of them smelling good, they're going to be smelling bad. And instead of a girdle or rent, instead of, a shapely body, women become overweight. And for the sisters that's in the truth, man, change your diet, start exercising, stretching, moving around, drink water, fruits, vegetables. Okay. It says, because a man of the Lord ain't finna be dealing. Hey, if we're gonna have an abundance of women coming to us, we're gonna be very picky. All right. And why would a man deal with a woman that's overweight? Scripture speak about us needing to be pilgrims, being out in the elements. Why would you want to, a big old girl that can't even hop a gate, can't even jog with you? All right. So you want to lose weight. All right. It says, in a set of well set hair, good hair, so-called good hair, as they call it, baldness. All right. So that's just changing on women. It says, and instead of a stomacher, a girding of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty. So just to sum it up, Lord is taking the things away that makes women beautiful. All right. It says, thy men shall fall by the sword, the men that these women love, the pookies, the ray-rays, the thuggos, these street niggas, scammers, finessers. All right. these Uncle Tom niggas that some women like. They all gonna get put to death, and thy mighty men in war. Her gate shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground. So these women is gonna be brought low. This is a reproach. And as we go into Isaiah 4, it says, and in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man. There's going to be groups of women coming to a man. Groups of women wanting to deal with one man. All right. And 7 is just a number. It can be 10, it can be 3, it can be 12. All right. It says in that day, the day where women is experiencing a reproach, when shit done changed up, when all these different things that made them beautiful, stand out, attractive, when all that shit is gone and it's happening now, the economy is crumbling. They're getting evicted. All right. On top of other things, shit, the prices at the nail shop then went up. It's costing $150 to $200 for a woman to get a full set, you know, because it goes. Hey, women's maintenance is ridiculous. The nails, the eyelashes, the facials, the massages, the scalp treatments, that, you know, all the clothes, the jewelry, you know, the smell goods, all that shit costs a lot, especially now. So all those things is being taken away from women, and they experiencing a reproach. They men is dying, getting put to death. So when we go to Isaiah 4:1, in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Just basically representing these women getting in order. All right. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. So women is going to want to be married to a brother. All right. And that will take away their reproach, because when these women link up with a man of the Lord, you got to understand what power you have. All right. A man that's in the truth, they have a hedge of protection. Psalm 34:6, this poor man cried, man that's in the truth, and Yahweh heard him. So brothers in the truth that's on low conditions, embrace it, because the Lord hear your prayers and saved him out of all his troubles. All right. So salvation, all right, it's promised for a man that's in the truth, that's in the lowest state, that call upon Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. The angel of Yahweh encampeth around about them that fear him and delivereth them. These are the benefits that the man of the Lord have. This is the power that the Lord gave us, a hedge of protection. O taste and see that Yahweh is good. Blessed is he that trusteth in him. Well, it's a blessing upon men that trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So when these women roll up, you know, and they trying to deal with you, look what they getting. So you got to be picking and choosing on, you know, how ultimately the Lord is in the midst, you know, but these are things that you want to consider. It says, Isaiah 4:1, that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. All right, because these women is going to want to get pregnant. Because that's how our reproach is taken away from a woman. When you go here to Luke, the 1st chapter, all right, we see that was it Mary or was it Elizabeth reproach was taken once she got pregnant? Let me see if I can find it real quick. Okay, Luke 1:25. This is Luke chapter 1, verse 24. It says, and after those days his wife Elizabeth conceived. All right, this is talking about Zachariah's wife, which was the father of John the Baptist. All right. So she received seed and hid herself 5 months, saying, thus have Yahweh dealt with me in the days wherein he looked upon me to take away my reproach among men. So, a woman will experience a reproach if she don't have children in the ancient world. So when we enter into these times, all right, women gonna be so down bad, they gonna want the hedge of protection. They gonna want a seed in them, your seed, because they know that that seed, will be, be protected. All right. So I'm not gonna draw it out. Let me see where we at. Brother Damawa from Florida, he put 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 15, the water for the precept. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing. All right, she want to get that seed in her, because that'll take away her reproach, right? That hedge of protection to get extended unto her, because it's a man of the Lord's child that's in her. All right. It says, if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety. So these women got to be in order. All right. And the brothers gave a salute. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Brakatah. Yeah, so just, hey, don't be fools, man. A lot of these women, they finna be flocking, all right, in droves, okay? And they ain't gonna care how many women you got, all right? So just be wise, man. Pray for guidance, all right? And the Lord will lead you. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, and double honors to our elders and apostles, great millstone that taught us the truth. Shalom, Akim. Stay strong, stay watching.